Good evening and welcome to TV 50's coverage of Green Machine football. It's week 4 of the high school football season, and for Geneseo, it's their first road test as they travel here to Ottawa to take on the Pirates in the first conference game of the season as well in the Northern Illinois Big 12 Conference. And Geneseo comes into this one at a record of 3-0. And Ottawa is at 1-2. I'm Lauren Lemke with Bob Pettit as Geneseo comes out to take the field here about a minute away from the opening kickoff. And it's kind of the second part of the season, Coach Pettit, with conference play beginning tonight.
It's always good when the conference teams start coming together. We get rid of those pre-conference games. And Leafs were extremely successful. Had a nice game against Cahokia last week. Couldn't be a better place to watch a football game from here than the Science Lab at Ottawa High School. If you can't be at Bob Reed Field, you might as well be up here with the snakes and the lizards.
That's where we're at in the biology room. We hope to be safe throughout this game, but a great view from the second floor of Ottawa Township High School. Geneseo has the football on the tee. Jack Hinton to kick off with two return men back for the Pirates at around the 5-yard line.
Leafs won the opening toss, deferred to the second half.
Ethan Hartstead back at the 5, and the ball's coming down to the 5-yard line. Return to the 15. A flag comes in from the back judge. And finally, Geneseo brings down the return man past the 30-yard line. But let's check the flag. That's usually indication that Ottawa had an infraction. Geneseo comes up with a loose football, but the official said the return man was down.
Everybody's trying to convince him that Geneseo has the football. They're not going to have any part of it on the officials. Actually, there was nobody in that pile. The officials didn't suspect it at all. They were basically had a pretty good distance from the football. The infraction that you call, Lauren, is against Ottawa, and it's going to move back to the 10-yard line. A loss of about 20 yards on the play.
Ottawa has 2 touchdowns on the season through 3 games. They've been shut out in 2 of the games. Their victory was a 13-12 win over Urban Prep Bronzeville, and they start kind of in a hole here from their own 10-yard line after that penalty. Geneseo in that 3-4 defense to take a look at the Pirates for the first time. Quarterback Sam Holtzman's going to keep it himself and get nowhere off to this near side. He's stopped at the 10-yard line.
Field position is such a big part of the game, and the Leafs in the first 3 games have won the field position game. That was especially true in the tight win against Cahokia. And right now he started out, can't get any better than that. Pin him on their 10-yard line on the opening kickoff, hold him on second, and hold him on first down.
Pirates have just 134 yards rushing on the season through 3 games. It's been a tough going here through the first 3 weeks. 2nd down and 10. Holtzman in shotgun formation. Takes the snap. They'll hand it off. And again, Geneseo's right there at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that play as well.
Oh, they're giving him a pretty good spot. The side judge looked like he was only giving him about 6 inches, but they ended up giving him a good 1.5 yards.
Starting on that defensive front, Tyler Tates is out there. Sam Thomas up on the front line. And Zach Humphrey.
Charlie Weiss.
3rd down and 8 for Ottawa from their own 12. They'll keep it on the ground. And they run out to about the 20, or rather the 16-yard line. A short run there. It'll be 4th down and 4.
There are only 9 Maple Leafs in on that tackle. The other 2 guys are going to have to get in there. That was a gang tackle. A big herd of Leaf jerseys. So it's a great stop to start the ball game for the Leafs. They deferred the choice of kicking off or receiving till the second half, so they'll be receiving in the second half. Kicked off to Ottawa and stopped them cold.
Joe Jackson, the punt from his goal line. High snap, drops the ball, picks it up, punts it. Coming down to Tyler Thompson at the 46-yard line, across midfield, down this near sideline to the 40. Has a block out in front to the 30. And finally twisted down out of bounds. Geneseo will start from the Ottawa 30-yard line.
A gutsy reception by Thompson. Looked like he might just let that one go because it was right near the sideline. It's going to kick out of bounds. But with one sort of juke fake to the middle of the field, went down the sideline, picked up about 20 yards. Nice run.
Yep, it certainly was. Zach Olson had a punt return last week, and Tyler Thompson came close here, and Geneseo in great field position. Kyle Toon at quarterback. Cade Humphreys behind him at the fullback, and it's Humphreys who gets the first call of the night. Up the middle, big gap, breaks it out to the outside, the 10, the 5, puts his head down at the goal line, and he's in. Touchdown. Geneseo scores on their first play tonight. With 9:28 to play in the first quarter, it's Geneseo 6, Ottawa 0.
Not only did he score, but he went untouched from the line of scrimmage. There was just a gaping hole there, and he just made it one cut back. Nothing but green grass to the goal line.
Just like the sophomore game started tonight. Colton Pischke, first play of the game for the sophomores, went for a long touchdown. Snap is bobbled by Toon, picked up by Hinton. He pitches it to Toon, and he's wrapped up at the 5-yard line, so this conversion is no good. Cade Humphreys with his third touchdown of the season, and his longest run as well, a 30-yard touchdown run to open up the scoring here tonight in Ottawa.
Don't have the stat, but that might be our first fumbled snap of the year. Haven't seen one that I can recall.
So that keeps the score at 6-0 early on in this game.
Again, looking at the first 3 weeks of play, the Leafs should have their way with Ottawa tonight, but you just never know. It's a conference game, and Ottawa's you just never know when they're going to step it up. But what we've seen here in the first 2 series, wow. The Leafs have dominated defensively, gave up 5 yards on 3 plays, and took the first offensive play deep.
Yeah, it's been field position early on here. Ottawa starting at their own 10, and then Geneseo starting at the Ottawa 30-yard line. So short field to work with, and didn't take long for Geneseo to find the end zone. That is their 20th rushing touchdown of the season. We're just in game number 4. You put up 62 and 55 points in the first 2 games. It adds up quick.
And 35 against a really good Cahokia team. That's a nice offensive output in a game like that.
Hinton's going to try this kick short towards the far sideline. Hits at the 25, and it's picked up at the 21.
Oh, nice
tackle coming down there.
Missed it.
It was 27, wasn't it?
Yes, yeah, I was going to say Nick Schwartzendruber. Nick's been playing some great defense. Stepped up and filled some spots that we really need this year.
They're one of the fastest guys on the team getting down there, making the tackle. And Ottawa's going to start at their 22-yard line. They'll send a receiver left and right with a double wing set here. Up the middle run, ball is fumbled. Geneseo falls on it at the 25-yard line, and Geneseo has the football back on an Ottawa fumble. And the running back up slowly.
He's holding his shoulder. He is walking off the field. Maybe he's not going to walk off the field. He thinks he's going to play defense. Number 23, Mason. Now he's coming off the field now. He got hit hard by the Geneseo line.
First down play, it's Jordan Jackson sweeping out to the left, has a block out in front by Charlie Weiss, turns it back inside, and wrestled down at the 21-yard line. It's a gain of 5 for Jordan Jackson, the leading rusher for Geneseo, with 299 yards on the ground and 6 touchdowns.
Had only one man to beat out in front of him, and Charlie Weiss was there to block him, but he waited for that block long enough for the pursuit to get him from behind. Nothing in front of him, but he didn't know what was behind.
Hunter Girton starting center, Weiss at right guard, Dylan Decker at left guard, Sam Thomas left tackle, Dalton Stage right tackle. Second down and 5. Second back through is Jackson, bounces off a defender at the 20 to the 15, and pulls another defender with him for another 5 yards. Finally stopped inside the 10. It'll be first and goal Geneseo at the Ottawa 9.
Got another Ottawa Pirate down, 66.
Peace Keeley, senior.
And looks like he's holding his right leg. Could be, you're hoping it's a cramp, but you don't know. Guy's kind of rubbing it out a little bit. But was that a great run by Jordan Jackson, or was that just poor tackling? It looked like a really great leg drive. Just kept it churning right through people's arms.
I think Jordan Jackson makes anybody look bad at trying to make a tackle. Very elusive, strong.
But he made great contact with the first one, and then he rolled off another one and just kept dragging a couple of them.
We are early in this game. First quarter, 8 minutes and 31 seconds to play. Geneseo on the scoreboard on their first play tonight. Cade Humphreys' 30-yard touchdown run at 6-0. And Geneseo has it first and goal at the Pirate 9-yard line following a Ottawa fumble.
The way this drive is going, though, it might take 3 or 4 plays. This might be a long drive.
Still on an injury timeout as Peace Keeley, number 66 for the Pirates, is being attended to by the training staff for Ottawa.
We don't have their starting lineups, but I think he's probably one of their key linemen. And that would not be good for the Ottawa Pirates.
5'10", 261, and looks to be, just looking over the roster quick, one of the larger linemen, but he's going to walk off the field. That's a good sign.
They got a substitute snapping some balls here, so he probably plays center on the offense. We just haven't seen him run a lot of offense. They've only run 5 plays and not successfully. Boy, he is a big fella, but he seems to be walking okay now. Big, strong kid.
Back to action. Geneseo lines up first and goal from the Ottawa 9-yard line. Drew Rapps in motion. The wingback's on a sweep to the right after taking the toss. He's towards the goal line, and he is stopped just inside the 1.
Nice cut by Rapps. Looked like he had to choose whether to kick that one out or cut upfield. He cut back, got down to the 1-yard line.
Drew's only had 16 carries coming into tonight's game, but he's averaging 9 yards per attempt.
Once again, great blocking by the Green Machine offensive line on the right side. Just blew a hole for him. Had to have a safety come up and make the touchdown saving tackle.
Ottawa gave up 34 points last week to Kankakee. Rapps gets the call again, walks into the end zone. It's a Geneseo touchdown, makes the score 12-0, 7:30 to play in the first quarter.
4 plays. Again, field position is such a big part of this game, and the Leafs have got the ball with short fields both times and have had Ottawa deep both times. It's a bad combination for Ottawa.
Geneseo is going to kick the extra point, having failed on their last attempt. This is a better snap, and the kick on its way from Hinton, and it's good. 13-0 the score early on in the first quarter. Still have over 7 minutes to play in the opening frame.
The other thing that does not bode well for Ottawa is the fact that Geneseo's line, offensive and defense, is just blowing them off the ball. There was a hole at the line of scrimmage on the goal line. On the goal line, you would think that you'd have to kind of make them go around you or do something different than go right up the middle, and he was untouched.
Geneseo scoring drive, 4 plays, 26 yards, 1:42. And the touchdown run from Drew Rapps, a 1-yard plunge as he just went in standing up, his second touchdown of the season. And Jack Hinton is back out to kick off from the 40-yard line.
And this is how we started the game.
Glad to have you along for our broadcast tonight, wherever you may be. Geneseo brought some fans. They've got the stands filled up over there across the way.
Student section looks really nice.
Kickoff coming down into the end zone, and that will be a touchback.
And once again, Ottawa starts deep in their own territory at the 20-yard line. And what we've seen so far, it's going to be hard driving 80 yards against this Leaf defense.
So let's get the rest of the starters there. The linebacking core tonight: Cade Humphreys, Ben Cosgrave at the outside linebackers, Colin Murphy and Jordan Jackson inside linebackers. The secondary is going to be Tyler Thompson, number 25, Zach Olson, 22, and the deep safety is Logan Weber. River Griffin out there at the rover position. You can't miss him, 47.
Got Cody Brower in. with the middle down lineman.
1st and 10, Ottawa. Rolling out is Holtzman. He's in a throw and juggled, caught. 1st down catch made by the Pirates, and that went to Ethan Hartstead.
Logan Weber on the tackle. Hit him head on, but not until the Ottawa Pirates got a nice gain. Picked up about 20.
Sam Holtzman passing this season in the 3 games. He's 20 of 45 for 204 yards and 1 touchdown. His favorite target has been Eric Fox. Split end.
Trying to see that other interior lineman. Is it Cole Howard? Somebody needs to turn his back this way. I believe it's Cole Howard and Cody Brower on the interior of that line.
Snap is fumbled. Geneseo falls on it. Charlie Weiss has it at the Ottawa 34-yard line. 2nd turnover tonight by the Ottawa offense, and Geneseo again's going to start in excellent field position.
It's going to be hard rolling up some stats here other than scores when they get short fields like this. Can't give them the ball on the 30-yard line, expect them to get some good running stats. So far they've had 5 plays and 2 touchdowns.
7 minutes to play in the 1st quarter. Geneseo, their 3rd possession, and a timeout taken by Ottawa. Did not have enough players on the field to start this series. And their player, Ethan Hartstead, who caught that pass, was hit pretty hard by Weber, is being looked at on the sideline. So a couple injuries going on here for the Pirates early on.
Peace Keeley still sitting also. He does not look like he's going to get back in this action very quickly. A couple key players. They're probably not used to playing without those kids.
Geneseo sophomores won earlier tonight, 33-6, so their record is now 3-0. They did not have a game last week, so I think they have a total of 8 versus the 9.
And Ottawa sophomores came in 3-0. Looked to me maybe a formidable opponent, but just didn't stand up to the Leafs. As you mentioned, they hit quick and long and very soon in the ball game, and it just got away from them really quickly.
After the timeout, Geneseo's in a lineup at the Ottawa 34-yard line. Ben Cosgrave splits out wide right. River Griffin in the backfield behind Kyle Toon. Toon to throw, looks to his right, quick pass out, caught Jordan Jackson 35 to the 30, and tripped up at the 34-yard line, a 6-yard pass.
Nice tackle in the open field. Otherwise, Jordan Jackson's got a lot of yardage. I would have kind of bet some money that Jordan was going to avoid that tackler. Picked up a nice gain, though, 7 yards.
4th reception of the season for Jackson. Toon came into this game 8 of 16 passing, 116 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 2 interceptions.
Jackson was open on the flat, but he had a receiver downfield just wide open, waving his arms. Couldn't see him.
River Griffin, his first carry. And Griffin looked like he was going to be stopped for about a no gain on the play. Somehow he spun away and picks up a Geneseo 1st down at the 23-yard line.
It is so exciting to have so many running backs. You know, you put Cade Humphreys or River Griffin at fullback spot, and it doesn't matter. The legs just keep churning, and they just pick up yardage.
River Griffin has over 200 yards rushing in 3 games, 10 yards per carry, and 5 touchdowns. He's been a really great surprise here as a junior. Had quite a sophomore season, though. On 1st and 10, counter play, Drew Rapps cuts it up the middle with room to run, breaks free to the 10, the 5, into the end zone. It's another Geneseo touchdown. So be the first caller to La Roma Pizza and say Chinisi, and you'll win a free large 2-topping pizza. WGRG radio listeners only, 1 winner per season, and must redeem within 1 week. Again, that key word, Chinisi. And you take home a large 2-topping pizza. La Roma Pizza, 944-6171.
Is that your best Italian accent, Lauren?
I think it's pretty bad,
hey,
but yeah, it's my best.
Say Chinisi.
Extra point is good from Jack Hinton, and it's 20-0 Geneseo. We played just a little over 6 minutes in this game. 5:50 on the 1st quarter clock.
Well, quick strikes, but the Ottawa defense just doesn't have an answer at all for the Leafs offense.
And it was a 3-play, 34-yard scoring drive for Geneseo. 1:10 off the clock. A touchdown run from Drew Rapps of over 20 yards. And Drew's got back-to-back scores for Geneseo. Third rushing touchdown of the game.
Once again, the holes at the line of scrimmage are just dominant, just incredible. And the running backs, Drew just saw the cut back to the inside a little bit, and then just avoided one tackler downfield, and it was just all nothing but touchdown time.
We got to explain the key word tonight for the pizza, Geneseo. That's the town where Sam Kukuru grew up. So we'll give you a history lesson too here on TV 50. Jack Hinton to kick off from the 40. End over end kick, heading down to the 5-yard line. Matt Snyder has it for the Pirates, up the gut and out to about the 30-yard line, stopped at the 29.
And that's going to be their best field position to start with. They had not started beyond the 20-yard line at this point in the first 3 drives, if I'm not mistaken. So they pick it up at about the 29. That's going to give them a little bit of a head start. See if they got any trickery or something that's going to throw the Leafs off here. Man-to-man, mano-a-mano, the Leafs are dominating the football game.
And they're going to come up to the line of scrimmage here and take a look at the front three for Geneseo. Zach Humphrey. You also got Cody Brower out there at the nose guard position.
And I'm pretty sure the other one's Cole Howard. No, it's not. It's Sam Thomas.
Sweet play. Gets outside the end. Short run there for Ottawa to the 33-yard line. So, yeah, mixing things up on that defensive line.
So it's Brower and Thomas on the inside. Yeah, those guys, Zach Humphrey, I don't know if he looks as intimidating, but if you know him, you don't want to mess with him. Tyler Tate's on the other tackle spot. They get those 4 down linemen and try to run through there. It's going to be tough.
Gain of 4 for Ottawa, 2nd down and 6 from their 33-yard line. They line it up in a tight formation. 4 down linemen for Geneseo. Motion in the backfield. Rolling to the right is Holtzman. He's going to turn up field, and Jordan Jackson's going to hit him along with Tyler Tates at the 39-yard line. He's going to be close to that first down. He may have it.
Yeah, they're going to give him a spot over the first down yard marker. And the Leafs are going to give up their second first down of the game. Had a 20-yard pickup on a nice little pass play earlier, and then fumbled on the next play.
Quarterback for Ottawa is good size, 6'3", 192.
He took that in there, and he wasn't afraid to have a little contact. He didn't go into a slide. He took the hit.
Football out to the 40-yard line on first down. Try the fullback, breaks a tackle at the line of scrimmage. Close to midfield, stopped at the 49-yard line. That's a run of 9.
Once again, the Pirates have 2 scores on the season, and they're showing a little bit of offense now.
They'll break the huddle. Josh Jackson ran that football for the Pirates on that last play. 2nd down and 1. Quarterback will give it back to Jackson, and Jackson has a first down to the Geneseo 46-yard line.
Sam Thomas grabbed the ankles and tripped him up, but not until he had the first down.
Cole Howard's going to come in for Thomas. Ottawa moving the football here against Geneseo with back-to-back first down.
Leafs can move those big boys around a little bit, and they don't lose a lot of size when they make a change like that.
Geneseo 20, Ottawa 0. First quarter with over 3 minutes to play. Geneseo jumping off sides. And that'll be a 5-yard penalty against the Geneseo defense and move the football up to the Green Machine 41.
Well, the Leafs were dominant in the first couple drives. Forced a couple turnovers. First they turned it over on downs and forced them to punt, and then a couple fumbles. But this drive here, Ottawa is really kind of standing up tall, moving the football.
Pirates have only scored in 1 of their football games, have been shut out in 2. Moving the ball here against this Geneseo defense. First down and 5 from the 41. Second back through, has a first down, slips through 2 defenders and out to the 32-yard line. So Geneseo, some poor tackling on this drive by the Ottawa offense, and the Pirates have it down to the Geneseo 32.
So after giving up 20 points to the Leafs, the Ottawa Pirates decided to play here. Looked like they were just going to go without a whimper, but they're playing the game. Ball at the 32-yard line.
Playing some power football right now. Jeremiah Gatos ran that football last time for the Pirates. Holtzman under center. They'll try the left side. And a penalty flag thrown in by the back judge.
Didn't see a face mask. It's usually one of two things, holding or face mask, and it's going to be holding against the Pirates. Pirates had a nice little drive going here, and looks like this holding play is really going to put a damper on it.
Zach Humphrey on the tackle for Geneseo as they mark the football back to the Geneseo 42. And this will be first down and 20. 2 minutes to play in the first quarter. Geneseo on top 20-0 over Ottawa.
After the Leafs dominated the line of scrimmage on both sides of the ball, they're actually kind of getting pushed aside right now. They're going to get their backs up soon, though. I can see it.
Holtzman will roll to the left with pressure coming from the backside. He isn't aware of it. Spins away, comes back the other way. Looking downfield, throws, completes the pass. Breaks away at the 30 and pushed out of bounds near the 20-yard line. Reception made by Eric Fox, the team's leading receiver. Holtzman had to ad-lib on that play and found somebody open, and that was Eric Fox for a first down.
What a big play with 20 yards to go for a first down, and he pulls it out of his back pocket. Those are the kind of plays where sometimes you get another holding call because he's running around every direction. The offensive linemen don't know what to do. But they kept the defense away just long enough. Got the pass off.
First down and 20 play. They pick up 21 yards and have it at the Geneseo 21-yard line. First down with a minute 36 to play in the first quarter. Holtzman under center, second back, hit at the line of scrimmage, and this is where Geneseo probably digs their heels in and says enough is enough. No gain on that play.
Look like Cade Humphreys busted in that gap. I keep looking for the replay up above my head. It looked like Cade Humphreys jumped in there and shot that gap.
We are spoiled at home. I can tell you that. Second down and 10 coming up for the Pirates as we near the 1 minute mark of this first quarter. Clock is running. Holtzman in the pistol formation, receivers left and right. Geneseo jumping off sides, and that's going to draw the penalty flag. Put the football down at the 16-yard line.
You know, just anxious to make a play, but you can't be that anxious. Encroached on their territory. That ball's on the 16-yard line. 2nd and 5. Yow.
Pirates break the huddle, come up to the line of scrimmage. 4 down linemen for Geneseo, receivers left and right. Draw play into the second level of that Geneseo defense at the 12-yard line.
He's very close to a first down again. Even in the red zone, they're able to move the football.
Clock running, under 30 seconds to play in the first quarter. Ottawa does have time to get another playoff if they elect to. 3rd down and less than 2. Clock at 10 seconds.
Ottawa has fumbled twice, at least twice. The Leafs have recovered twice.
Quarterback not aware of the clock, and it will go to zeros, and that will end the quarter. Geneseo started off fast here with a 20-0 lead through 6 minutes, but Ottawa making a game of it right now as they have been driving on the Geneseo defense. We've played 1 quarter of action here at Ottawa. The score, Geneseo 20, Ottawa 0.
This TV 50 telecast is sponsored in part by Hazelwood Homes, Dairy Queen, Eric Henderson and Greg Anderson of Country Financial, Turpins of Geneseo, Geneseo Telephone Company, Central Bank, B&B Lawn Equipment and Cyclery, Vandemore Funeral Home, Northside Rexall Drug, Hammond Henry Hospital, ProTech Auto Body, Village Home Stores, Liberty Village, Farmers National Bank. Please patronize our sponsors and let them know you appreciate their support of this TV50 telecast.
Ready to start the second quarter from Ottawa High School. And Geneseo with the lead over the Pirates 20-0, but the Pirates moving on this Geneseo defense. They have it all the way down to the 12-yard line, looking at a critical 3rd down and 1.
We don't have as good of an angle on that other end of the field, Lauren. I was hoping we'd watch Geneseo get that stop right here in front of us, but they're going to have to go down to the other end and get that thing in the red zone. It's harder to move the football in the red zone. We'll see if the Leafs have got that old bend but don't break mentality here on this drive.
Well, they're not messing around defensively. Geneseo with 4 big boys up on that defensive line. Thomas, Brower, Humphrey, and Howard. On a 3rd down and 1. Ottawa's going to give you a double wing set here with Josh Jackson in the fullback position behind the quarterback. They'll give it to Jackson, the fullback.
Boy, if he got that first down, he really worked for it because there was a wall of Maple Leafs ready for the stop. Yeah, that's going to be really close.
We're going to stop the clock here and take a look at it. They may have to even bring in the chains.
Nope, they moved him.
1st down. So Ottawa keeps their drive going, and they have it at the right at the 10-yard line, so it's 1st and goal at the 10. Just some power football here from Ottawa on this drive. To throw with pressure, Holtzman to the end zone, tipped away off the hands of an intended receiver and incomplete, but Holtzman had to get rid of that football quick.
And he paid the price. Jordan Jackson and I believe it was that Thomas in the backfield there. That was one of the big guys. I think it was Sam Thomas back there, put the heat on him, and he hit the turf. Ball was overthrown. Actually, there was a Leaf that was closer to it than the Ottawa receiver.
2nd down and 10 for Ottawa at the Geneseo 10-yard line. Green Machine on top 20-0. Ottawa threatening to score on this play. They'll run it to the left, and Geneseo tackles the back for a loss on the play. Jordan Jackson getting some help on that with Cade Humphrey. And Humphrey's going to be credit for the loss on that. Loss of, 8 yards.
It didn't matter which one got him first because they were both going to get him. He was going back and he was going nowhere. So after 2 plays, the football moving backwards, it's going to be 3rd. And a decent distance here.
3rd and goal from the 18-yard line. Eric Fox splits out wide to the right side, being matched up by Tyler Thompson there, and a marker being thrown before the snap of the ball. We got a false start on Ottawa, so that'll back them up another 5 yards. Something about getting within 10 yards of the goal line. This Geneseo defense has a way of backing up the opponent.
Well, it's crazy. You know, sometimes you just pull your hair out if you have any when they don't stop them till they get down there in the red zone. But as long as they do it.
3rd down and 21. Holtzman rolls to the right with pressure coming from Cade Humphreys. Gets rid of the football, and it is incomplete through the hands of River Griffin as Holtzman lands on his backside at around the 45-yard line.
River slapping himself with the open hand on his helmet. He thought he should have got that one, but what you have to do is make sure that ball does not end in the hands of a red jersey player. And he did just that, knocked it down. And it is 4th and a whole bunch. Boy, I mean, you get that ball First and goal inside the 10-yard line, and next thing you know, you're out there on the 23-yard line.
Geneseo's going to bring in Drew Rapps, so they'll have 4 defensive backs. But before we get this play called in, Ottawa wants to call a timeout. That is their second timeout of the half, leaving the Pirates with 1. 20-0 the score. Geneseo on top with 10:15 to play in the second quarter. Ottawa looking at a 4th and 21.
Well, if you're going to use a tactical timeout, this is the time, because this is a huge play. They really thought they were going to put some points on the board here, and the Leafs have really stiffened up. And it's 4th down. They only got 1 shot at it. There's no first down to be had here.
Drive started from just about the 30-yard line. And Ottawa moved it across midfield. Picked up a critical first down on a 1st and 20 play, a 21-yard pass from Sam Holtzman to Eric Fox, and continued on until it got to about the 10-yard line. That's when things started going backwards for the Pirate offense.
Well, you could just see the Leaf defense just stiffen up and just get their backs to it, not going to budge. The pressure on the quarterback intensified. He's dropped back a couple of times here, and there's just pressure all over him.
So Ottawa needs a touchdown. Otherwise, this ball's going to go back to Geneseo. 4th and goal from the 21. Eric Fox wide right, matched up by Jordan Jackson. They're going to probably double team him. Holtzman in the pocket with time to throw over the middle, and it's intercepted near the goal line by Logan Weber. Returned out to the 15, looking for some blocks. Gets free to the 25, outside the 30, down to the 40. He's across midfield, 1 man to beat. The 40, the 30, down the far sideline, the 20, the 10, into the end zone. A 99-yard interception return by Logan Weber.
There was a crushing block across midfield, and I was waiting for a flag to come out, because you never know if he got in front of the guy or not, but obviously he did. There was no flags on the play. And boy, I was just sitting thinking, why would you intercept the ball on the 1-yard line when it's 4th down? All you got to do is knock it down. That's the answer. Got the answer right there. What a return by Logan Weber.
Geneseo goes up 26-0. Pending the extra point, 9:54 to play in the second quarter. So Ottawa had the football 1st and goal at the 10-yard line and could not score, turning it over. And Logan Weber with the interception return.
What an incredible turn of events. Ottawa just got their heart ripped out.
Hinton with the extra point on its way, and it's good. So you know it's a long play when you're looking up here from the high school biology room with all the panes of glass, and you got to cover a play through about 4 different panes of glass. That's a long play.
I was just looking for yellow flags when that crushing block. I mean, somebody just got leveled on that far side over there. It was a great block. When somebody gets hit that hard, you wonder if the guy saw it coming or not, but it must have been clean.
Another quick score by Geneseo, this time by the defense. And it's the first defensive touchdown of the season by the Green Machine.
Leafs are going to line up in a familiar position, kicking off one more time. Started the game that way, and I've had to do it several times here. We've only played 14 minutes. It's 27-zip.
What a turnaround there for Ottawa. Thought they were going in for a score, and Geneseo takes it back for a touchdown. Well,
we talked about whether the Leafs are going to be able to stiffen up back there, because they kind of had they had a little bit of a flex to that defense all the way down the field. They were getting beat up front a couple times, but boy, I tell you what, once they got down in the red zone, they didn't get beat up front at all.
3 turnovers in this game by Ottawa, 2 fumbles, and now the interception. Geneseo has turned them all into points. Hinton short kick, fielded at the 30-yard line. Stutter step, getting to the near sideline, and thrown out of bounds. There's going to be a penalty flag there. Chris Kirketz had the return, but Geneseo is going to be flagged for a late hit.
That wasn't vicious at all. He was on his way down. It was a couple yards off the sideline, but oh man, I can't say I agree with that call, but it's going to be flagged against the Leafs.
So a return out to the 37-yard line. It's going to be a 15-yard penalty for unsportsmanlike conduct, and this will take the football to the Geneseo 48-yard line. So for the Pirates, this is their best field position of the night to start things off.
Well, the last time they got their previous best at about the 30-yard line, and now they picked up about 22 yards on that. We'll see if they got that offense after getting their heart ripped out by a 99-yard interception return. See if they got any heart left.
Holtzman will hand it off. Geneseo getting to the back right away and standing him up after about a 2-yard gain. About 5 defenders on that play again. Matt Snyder, the ball carrier.
The whistles are a little bit slow. You know, if the officials don't want late hits, they got to blow the whistle. Because he was stopped a long time. There's a couple Leafs had to come in and knock that pile over before they would blow the whistle.
2-yard gain, 2nd down and 8 from the Geneseo 46-yard line. Fullback will get the carry, has room to run outside. Ben Cosgrave makes first contact, and there's a big old pile of leaves after that.
It was stopped by a host of leaves. Nick Schwarzendruber's on the bottom, and as well as Cosgrave comes out of there, as you mentioned. But the offensive line of Ottawa pushed that pile forward. You know, it's illegal, but the Leafs do it all the time, so we can't root against that. But they did a nice job of moving that pile in their direction.
6-yard run for the Pirates sets up a 3rd down and 2 at the Geneseo 40-yard line with 8.5 minutes to play in the first half. Geneseo 27, Ottawa 0. Quarterback keeper, but we've got penalty markers and a false start on the Pirates. So this 3rd and 2 now becomes a 3rd and 7.
Boy, that's what we saw last week with Cahokia. You know, they would just start moving the football, and they start looking like they're going to play the game and shoot themselves in the foot with a penalty.
Yeah, I think Cahokia had, 10, 11 penalties in that first half and a couple turnovers. And it's kind of been this story tonight for Ottawa. 3 turnovers, they've had some penalties, and Geneseo's come up with some sacks and some tackles for loss.
Execution is the name of the game. Everybody's got a playbook. The ones that execute it win.
Holtzman drops back to throw. He's going to turn it up. He's got some room to run. Jordan Jackson's trying to keep him intact, but he backs his way into a 1st down and continues down to the 31-yard line.
Wow. That was not exactly hard running, but man, he did pick up some yardage.
A lot of players up slow from that one.
He was backing it down is the correct call, Lauren. He was just backing his way through there, and for some reason, he wasn't getting tackled. So the Pirates overcome that penalty and pick up that 1st down. Here we go, the Leafs bending again. Will they break?
Ottawa basically staying in that power offense. Their split ends are out short, and they'll try the fullback this time.
Brower grabbed a hold of him and wrestled him back, as well as Sam Thomas. How'd you like to have Brower and Sam Thomas wrapped around you, throwing you to the ground?
Jared Mason ran that football for Ottawa. They got him listed at 185.
That's about the same as those other 2 guys.
Yeah. Give him a yard, 2nd down and 9 from the Geneseo 30-yard line. Nearing the halfway mark of the 2nd quarter, Geneseo up 27-0 here at Ottawa. Back to the ground game, and a short run again for Ottawa. Matt Snyder carried it.
Same 2 guys, Sam Thomas and Cody Brower. Bring him down for a little gain. Picked up about 2 again on each of those plays, 3rd and 6.
Brower's going to come out after making back-to-back tackles, and Cole Howard's going to replace him.
That's a luxury.
Not a hurry-up offense here for Ottawa. They go to the huddle and now break it. on a 3rd down and 6 from the Geneseo 27-yard line. Pistol formation for Holtzman. He'll hand it off. Up the middle run by Matt Snyder inside the 28. Inside the 25, I mean, to the 23. And they're indicating 4th down.
It's going to be 4th down, but it's in territory where they can go for that. Zach Humphrey comes up out of the bottom of that pile. But he picked up about 4 on that play. 4th and 2, and they're going to go. Think he'll throw deep?
They may just have the quarterback try to run for it out of the pocket. He's going to be in a pistol formation with running backs to his left and right. 4th down and 2. He'll roll. Try to get there. He's going to be short, I think.
It's going to depend 100% on the spot. You got these guys running in a zigzag. The officials come off the sideline in a zigzag pattern. Depends on where they land to spot this football, but it's going to be leap football.
Geneseo takes over after a loss of downs for Ottawa. And keeping the Pirates off the scoreboard, it's 27-0. Green Machine with 4:57 to play in the first half. And again, Geneseo's going to see the football to start things off in the 3rd quarter.
Well, you called it right, Lauren. That was a quarterback keeper and designed to be so, and I'm glad they called that because he's not their toughest runner by any stretch of the imagination.
Did have some key runs on that drive, though, and Geneseo's going to start.
But they were scramble runs, you know, the design play. He's not a tough runner.
Jordan Jackson gets the call on the 1st down play. Convoy out to his left, gets to the outside, and still free. Steps out of bounds on the Geneseo sideline. Otherwise, he was cutting it back and looked like he was going to be gone.
He was going to be gone. There was a lot of green grass in front of him, but he was going to beat the Ottawa opponent.
I actually said he stepped out at the 37-yard line. I thought he was a little bit farther down the field, but that'll be a 14-yard run for Jordan Jackson.
Very slow whistle because I heard the whistle blow after he was about another 20 yards down, but either way, it's a 1st down run and could have been more.
Double tight, double wing for Geneseo on this 1st down play.
Oh my.
And it's Cade Humphreys, the senior fullback, with a 1st down run to the Ottawa 48-yard line.
We're back at it. We're blowing holes in that defensive line. The offensive line of the Green Machine is just blowing them off the ball. We're getting full acceleration at the line of scrimmage. They don't have to even think about anybody touching them at the line of scrimmage. They just have to decide who's in that defensive backfield and what they got to do to avoid them.
At the Pirate 48-yard line, Geneseo football on 1st and 10. Kyle Toon rolls to his right, sets up, throws a deep ball, has a man open, caught at the 20-yard line, inside the 10, and it is caught by Braden Reese.
He was wide open, caught it in stride, had to slow down just a tad so the defender could get on his back. Got it down inside the 10-yard line. That was a nice throw by Kyle Toon. And a good reception by Braden Reese.
39-yard pass play. And Geneseo has it at the Ottawa 9, 1st and goal. 4 minutes and 5 seconds to play in the 2nd quarter. Clock is running. And a 27-point lead for the Green Machine. Jackson in motion. Jet sweep. They'll run the counter back. Drew Rapps weaving his way through traffic. Touchdown. Going up untouched into the end zone is Drew Rapps, his 3rd touchdown tonight, and Geneseo pads the lead. It's 33-0.
Untouched is correct, Lauren. I mean, he had to make a move or two there, but he didn't have to break any tackles, man. They just stood there and watched him go in. You know, Ottawa, they just got their heart cut out. You know, it's hard to play without heart. They're just not playing with heart right now. They may come out in the 2nd half and do something different, but it's not looking good for them.
Jacob Verplates to kick the extra point, and for Jacob, he puts it through. It's good. It's 34-0. Verplates' 7th extra point of the season. So we'll check the scoring drive here quickly for Geneseo. 4 plays, 78 yards, a minute and 6 seconds off the clock, and a touchdown run by Drew Rapps. The big play in there was that pass from Kyle Toon to Braden Reese, his 1st reception of the season for the senior, and helped set up that touchdown, a 9-yard run by Drew Rapps.
Well, we can't say this was totally unexpected, but I'm a little surprised that this bad this soon, or you know, the lead is 34-0 this early in the game. You know, the Northern Illinois Big 12 football usually is a little more competitive here. The Ottawa must be in just a real rebuilding situation. As we talked about, their sophomore team came in 3-0. You know, you hope they're going to be a little better down the line.
Ottawa's putting a few plays together tonight. They've threatened down to the 10-yard line earlier in this quarter. Just have not been consistent. Deep kick, fielded inside the 20-yard line and brought up this near sideline to the 30-yard line. Gerketz with the return, and Geneseo coming down making the stop.
Look like Ben Cosgrave and who else was there? Tyler Thompson was there.
Peyton Clausen, number 45. I think
that's what I was trying to read right there. I couldn't read that number. Had too much dirt on it, which is good. Means he's playing.
That's right.
Also might have something to do with the fact that my eyes are not very good.
Ottawa's going to break the huddle. They're down 34-0, 3 minutes and 46 seconds to play before this first half. The Ottawa band getting ready to take the field here at halftime as they come out of the stands on the far sidelines. Holtzman broken plays, going to keep it himself, and River Griffin's going to take him down for a 2-yard loss. Currently stays inbounds as they wind the clock.
Really?
Looked like he got tackled out of bounds.
I have no idea how they can call that in bounds, but, you know, that's okay. Run the clock. That's our goal anyways, get a running clock going.
Geneseo has their 3 timeouts left. If they do get the football back here in the last minute or so of the first half, they can possibly use those.
Geneseo still has the 4-down lineman, River Griffin, from his middle linebacker spot, got out there. And that was a very nice play in the open field. It was one-on-one right there, and it was him or the quarterback.
2nd down and 12 for Ottawa.
Oh,
and,
my!
Cole Howard just ate him up.
Cole Howard busted through and just ate him alive. He ran head on into Cole Howard, and he just stopped like he ran into a brick wall. Ouch.
Kind of looked like that lizard and that cricket earlier tonight.
We have a lizard here in the science lab here that devours crickets so fast. Cole Howard devoured that running back about like that cricket. Just whoom. One big gulp.
And a loss on the play. Ottawa's looking at a 3rd down and 14. Geneseo using their first timeout. We still have 2 minutes and 52 seconds to play in this first half of football from Ottawa.
Once again, when Ottawa was making some offensive moves, they were playing with purpose. They were playing with heart. You know, they really believed they were going to take that ball down and put some points on the board. And you know, they've just flat out failed on that attempt and in the ensuing attempt. And it's hard to get back up every time. They're struggling right now, just trying to figure out what they can do to get some motivation, some energy, because they are not playing like they were when they were moving the football.
Ready for action here after the Geneseo timeout. Eric Fox wide to the right, a slot receiver for Ottawa on that side as well, as Geneseo loosens up deep in the secondary. Holtzman will complete the pass at the 25 over to the 30 and stop short of the first down by about 5 yards. And looks like Geneseo is going to take their next timeout and use that up.
That's going to be interesting. An interesting call. Looks like they're going to send their punt team out there, but it's 4th and about 4. And, man, I tell you, I mean, I know you don't want to give Geneseo football on your own 36-yard line, but you don't want to give Geneseo football anywhere the way things are going. It'd be hard not to just go ahead and try for this thing right here, but looks like Pirates are going to kick it.
They'll give up the football on 4th down and 4 with Jack Hanlon, senior kicker, coming in, 6'3".
They're going to hope they can hold him for 2 minutes and 42 seconds until halftime without another score.
And 2 dangerous return guys setting up for Geneseo, Tyler Thompson and Zach Olson. This one's going to come down to Thompson at the 32-yard line. Looks to his left, gets to the outside of the 40, and is brought down at the Geneseo 47-yard line. With 2 minutes and 29 seconds, plenty of time for Geneseo to get another score here in the first half, up 34-0. 4 rushing touchdowns for the Geneseo offense, and we had a 99-yard interception return by senior Logan Weber.
Leafs always interested in that running clock. It would take one more score to get it there in the second half.
40 is the magic number. Toon with pressure and almost sacked, gets free. Comes to his left, he's going to turn upfield and run the football to the Ottawa 40, and he'll step out of bounds near the 35-yard line. Wow, that was almost a 5-yard loss. But Toon able to wiggle himself out of trouble and picking up a first down.
Waited for his block downfield. You know, he had an open field with one guy there and got his blocker to give him a little more room. Nice pickup.
Plus he ran out of bounds, saved that last time out. Football at the 38 of the Pirates for Geneseo. Sweet play. Drew Rapps spinning his way off a defender, but he's going to be wrapped up for no gain on the play.
That might have been Ottawa's best defensive play of the game to this point. And the Leafs, no huddle. The clock is going to run. They got one timeout, as you mentioned, Lauren.
Toon steps back, 3-step drop, passes, and completes it to Braden Reese. Reese trying to get out of bounds, and he does after getting the first down. So good play there by Reese as he gets the football inside the 25, runs out of bounds at the 23-yard line.
I agree with that. He could have tried to get upfield and cut up the middle of the field, but you don't know whether he's going to make it or not. Leafs in no huddle again. We're going to get a timeout. We're going to get a timeout by Ottawa. Thank you very much.
And that's Ottawa's last timeout of the half. Geneseo with 1 left. And yeah, the no-huddle offense kind of threw Ottawa off here a little bit, but we know Geneseo practices that. They do the 2-minute drill for situations just like this, and they're looking good at it.
What's really nice, though, is they have opportunity to regroup and reset a series of downs, so they won't need a timeout. Ottawa just gave them a nice opportunity to just get their get all reset.
And with 1:50 to play in this first half, you could maybe sprinkle in a running play too with this no-huddle offense. You've got a lot of options now.
They've moved the ball 25 yards already. Wasn't something like that, or 27 yards in 40 seconds?
Right.
How much we burned up here? Something like that.
Spread formation here for Geneseo is spread out as they usually are, and it's Toon to throw. Nobody open. He almost has the ball stripped away, but he'll be sacked back at the 29-yard line. And Geneseo's going to have to get their wide receivers back to the line of scrimmage with the clock running. They'll line it up. 1:34 to play in the first half. 2nd down and 15 now back at the 29-yard line.
Trouble.
And Toon did not see it. He gets sacked and is going to be called down at the 37-yard line.
He didn't see it coming. It was on his blind side, and there was nobody touching the blitz. He's lucky he hung on to the football. I think it jarred loose, and he fell on it. Looks like the Leafs have to use their last timeout.
Well, a couple back-to-back losses for Geneseo has put them in a hole now. 3rd down and 22.
But they really don't want to give Ottawa the football back, let something crazy happen. So they really, it's a question of whether they want the clock to run now or not. They have to pick up a first down on this play, or they want the clock to run.
So both teams have exhausted all their timeouts in this first half. Geneseo with the lead 34-0 over Ottawa. Geneseo built a quick lead tonight, 20 points in the first 6 minutes.
The wind is at our back. What do you think? How much yardage do we need to have a field goal attempt?
I would say we probably need to get the football around the 25 for Jack Hinton. He's got a pretty good leg. I'm sure he can hit it from there. Toon to throw. Nobody open, and he is upended. His leg's taken out from underneath him, and he does a flip into the air. And down at the 35-yard line with the clock running here, 1:05. And 4th down, Geneseo. Looks like they're looking to the sideline. Are they going to go for it or punt it? Toon is one of the punters on the team. But they're going to go for it on 4th and 21.
They're going to go for it. They believe they can hold if they don't make it.
From the Ottawa 35. Toon airs it out long to Ben Cosgrave, and it's deflected, incomplete, broken up by Jeremiah Gatos.
The ball was well placed. Maybe could have had 2 more feet on it, but it was pretty well placed, and the Ottawa defender just got a hand on it. Otherwise, Cosgrave gets 6.
So the Pirate defense holds Geneseo for the first time tonight and will take over at their own 35-yard line with 45 seconds to play in the first half and out of timeouts.
Well, they needed work on some of that no-huddle offense and some of the air attack. They got a little bit of work on it. Was not successful on that particular drive, but they got their work in.
Well, they saw Ottawa come out with a couple blitzes. That's some things they can work on, too, in the future. 1st and 10. Sam Holtzman's going to go under center here. And looks like Ottawa's going to hand it off and be content with getting what they can on the ground game to end this half with some extracurricular activity down the field. And
a little bit of a late block, and they're just, we got
player that was
Pease Keeley coming back off the field.
And we're going to have an injury timeout with 20 seconds to play in the first half. And
oh, that's a cramp, though, the way he's holding that one. So, you know, you got to give him credit for wanting to get back out there. But he's struggling.
Ottawa picks up 8 yards on that run. It'll be 2nd down and short coming up.
So all the pushing and shoving back there in that defensive backfield, the official just says, come on, boys. Can't we get along? How about a hug?
Probably a play coming up here for Ottawa. I think I would just try to throw a Hail Mary and see what happens. You got 2nd down and 2, or try to pick up the first down quick and then maybe do one of those type of plays. But
against a team that just got a 99-yard pick 6, I don't know if you throw it up there or not. But you know, you can't.
I'd like to see Logan Weber do that again.
You can't be happy with a 34-0 halftime deficit. So yeah.
Yep, Keeley up.
I have a feeling Keeley's one of their key players, and he'd like to be back on the field. But the 5 or 6 trainers and officials that are all out there have decided he's coming off.
Well, he's got halftime to recuperate, and Ottawa watches the clock run under 10 seconds. They are not going to take another play here, and so we've come to the end of the first half here at Ottawa Township High School, and Geneseo well in control of this football game with a big lead. And at halftime, it's the Geneseo Green Machine 34, the Ottawa Pirates 0.
This TV 50 telecast is sponsored in part by Hazelwood Homes, Dairy Queen, Eric Henderson and Greg Anderson of Country Financial, Turpins of Geneseo, Geneseo Telephone Company, Central Bank, B&B Lawn Equipment and Cyclery, Vandemore Funeral Home, Northside Rexall Drug, Hammond Henry Hospital, ProTech Auto Body, Village Home Stores, Liberty Village, Farmers National Bank. Please patronize our sponsors and let them know you appreciate their support of this TV 50 telecast.
And we'll get the second half underway with Geneseo leading Ottawa by a score of 34-0. With Bob Pettit, I'm Lauren Lemke, and glad to have you along for our broadcast here on TV 50. Geneseo's going to get the football to start the second half, and Ottawa will be kicking off, going from right to left. Geneseo's going to drop, looks like Zach Olson going back there and Tyler Thompson. They're the 2 return guys this year for Geneseo on kicks and punts, and they're standing at around the 15-yard line, so and tells me this kicker does not have a booming leg, but he also is kicking, I think, into the wind.
Kicking into the wind. Is also, if there's a possibility that they'll try something poochy.
Jack Miller to kick off from the 40-yard line. First kickoff tonight for Ottawa. And a short kick. It's going to be fielded by Ben Cosgrave at the 30-yard line. Out to the 45. Ben Cosgrave across midfield with a late flag.
Yeah, he got blocked in the back. Right at the last minute, it was actually Cosgrave was past the defender that got blocked. And there was a really clear, blatant push that just didn't need to happen. And that's a shame because at least we're going to get the ball in Ottawa territory to start the second half, and it's going to go back.
They'll take a 15-yard penalty from the spot of the foul, and they'll put it down at the 39-yard line. Still decent field position, but like I said, Bob, we could have had it across midfield here, the shorter field.
So we'll see if the Leafs go back on the ground. They, with the clock running at the end of the first half, tried the air attack.
They'll give it to Jackson. Jordan working his way back across the middle of the field and dragging a defender along the way. Has an 8-yard run after taking a big U-turn there. And football out to the 48-yard line.
Well, that I must have missed something. That the blocking scheme didn't develop as quickly as it has been. We've been blowing holes, and the quick hitters have just been blowing through that line of scrimmage. And there's a little bit of delay there for the first time, I think, this evening.
Geneseo with 20 plays of offense in that first half, but they ended up putting 4 touchdowns on the board, mostly because they had a short field against Ottawa for that through that first quarter. This is Jackson again. No, excuse me, that's Drew Rapps with that counter play that has worked so well tonight. Rapps had 3 touchdowns in the first half and gives Geneseo a first down at the 46-yard line.
There has not been anybody within 3 yards of Drew Rapps at the line of scrimmage on that counter play. They have no idea who's blocking them or where that's coming from at the line of scrimmage. The linebackers and the defensive backs are starting to pick up and limiting Drew's yardage on that, but he's wide open at the line of scrimmage.
Number 56, Hunter Girton, the center for Geneseo, leads him out of the huddle. Kyle Toon under center to throw. Toon, quick drop back, throws, short pass. It's down low, but I think it is caught.
They're going to call it complete for about a 5-yard gain.
Braden Reese has been his favorite target tonight. That's his 3rd reception.
And it's maybe fortunate that ball, actually it wasn't, it's only about a 4-yard gain. Might be fortunate that ball was thrown low because he was defended well. Thrown anywhere else, that ball is probably going to get knocked down.
2nd down and 6, ball at the Ottawa 42-yard line. Other starters on that offensive line, Dylan Decker and Charlie Weiss at the guards. The tackles are Sam Thomas, Dalton Stage, Kyle Wise, and Zach Humphrey at the ends. Toss it back.
Wow.
Drew Rapps caught in the backfield, and he's going to be lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. It'll be 3rd down and 6.
Blitz by number 34, Jeremiah Gatos. He was in the backfield as fast as the football was. Rapps just could not get away, but there was a nice hole again at the line of scrimmage, but that blitz from the outside edge just came in and foiled the play. We got a big 3rd down here. It's a lot of yardage, 3rd and 7.
2.5 minutes gone by in this 3rd quarter. Geneseo 34, Ottawa 0. Football at the Ottawa 42-yard line. Toon in the pocket, deep pass, wide open. Cosgrave at the 21, the 15, the 10, into the end zone. It's a Geneseo touchdown covering 42 yards. Kyle Toon hooking up with Ben Cosgrave for the 2nd time this year.
He had 2 guys open there. Cosgrave just happened to be the farthest down, and Toon laid it out there nicely, right in his hands, and Cosgrave just walks into the end zone because there was nobody within 10 yards of him.
It'll put Geneseo at that 40-point mark with 9:15 to play in the 3rd quarter, and it'll bring in Jacob Verplates. Logan Weber with the hold, and this kick is right down the middle. Make it 41-0. Geneseo leading Ottawa here on the road and at Ottawa High School with 9:15 to play in the 3rd quarter. And once this ball gets kicked off, we'll have a continuous clock the rest of the game.
All we need is Dave Wallach to explain it to the crowd. If Dave is listening, he could be reciting it at home.
I don't have the script in front of me, otherwise I'd read it off. But Geneseo getting that play there. 5-play, 61-yard scoring drive, 2 minutes and 45 seconds, and the touchdown pass, Kyle Toon to Ben Cosgrave for 6.
What a luxury it is to have two kickers that can kick with that proficiency. That was a nice kick by Plates, and between him and Hinton, it really doesn't matter. Boy, they kicked the ball nicely.
Well, they're both out there practicing.
There's a lot of teams just begging for a kicker, and we got two really good ones.
All right, Jack Hinton's going to come back in. He'll kick off. And they've already started the clock. And this one's going to go out of bounds and draw the penalty flag. Ottawa will start from the 35-yard line. The Pirates did move the ball at times against Geneseo. Their best threat was in the second quarter when they got it down to the 10-yard line, 1st and goal, but Geneseo backed them up. And then on 4th down from the 21, Logan Weber intercepted a pass at almost the goal line, went 99 yards for a touchdown. Looks like we've got the second-team defense in here.
Got the second unit in there, and Ottawa is still going to try to put some points on the board, so it's going to be a challenge here for the second unit.
Looks like the starters are still in on the defensive line. Can't miss those guys. Cody Brower and Cole Howard up front, along with Zach Humphrey and Tyler Tates. 1st and 10 from the 35-yard line. Sweep play to the 40, the 45. Out to the 48-yard line goes Matt Snyder.
Zach Cosgrave on the far side had to pull him down. It's not a good thing when you're deep back. It can't be. That couldn't have been him back there, could it? Oh well.
I think it might have been. Is it 89? Is it Heath Henderson out there?
Well, we gave instructions to all the moms to tell their players to turn their jerseys towards the TV camera so we can see.
I think that was Henderson on the tackle. 1st and 10 Ottawa. Second back through, and Geneseo plugs that hole. Gain of about 2 to midfield.
I think it was Reese, 85, I believe. Is the one I saw. I'm going to give Braden Reese the tackle on that far side on the previous play.
Colin Murphy in on that last tackle for Geneseo, the starter at inside linebacker. Ryan Cass is out there, number 58. Ray Vandenberg, number 32, is starting at the corner position on this series. 2nd down and 8. Blitz coming, passes off, and it is completed to Eric Fox at the Geneseo 40-yard line, and that is a 1st down. Ottawa, again, with just 2 touchdowns on the season through 3.5 games, and they would like to get on the scoreboard in this one against Geneseo.
And he got rid of that pass quickly. Shane Holmstrom, number 50, was on him, putting a lot of pressure, but he got rid of that ball quickly. Quick hitter, 10 yards down, 1st down.
Jack Morrell is in the game, number 16 for Geneseo. He's at a cornerback position on this side, 1st and 10. Clock continues to run. Continuous clock in the second half. Geneseo up 41-0. Nice solo stop for a loss on the play. And that's Shane Holmstrom.
Yeah, just after we called his number for putting pressure on the quarterback, he stops the running back cold. Met him right. He didn't even get to the line of scrimmage. It's going to be a loss on the play.
Josh Decker, number 80, is on the field for Geneseo. As we're under 6 minutes to play in the 3rd quarter.
Is that 63, Joe Stoll out there? Maybe I should quit calling numbers I can't read.
2nd down and 11. Shotgun formation. And the pass complete to Fox. Wrapped up by, I think, Heath Henderson at the 31-yard line.
Coverage was there. That ball was just threading the needle. That's the second one in a row. He's hit right in the right spot. Coverage all around and just slipped right through.
And again, Holtzman and Fox, that's been the duo here passing for Ottawa this season. They hook up again on a completion there. Under 5 minutes to play in the 3rd quarter. Geneseo up 41-0. Ottawa on the move against the second-team defense of Geneseo. Ground game, 5-yard run for Matt Snyder, their starting running back.
Hit him at the line of scrimmage, but he plowed through, picked up the yardage and the first down. Ottawa is on the move at the 25-yard line.
Kind of moving a little bit quicker offensively, too, out of that huddle compared to the first half with this running clock.
Well, they probably made some adjustments at halftime, but mostly had to have some heart transplants, try to get fired up again, get back in there and decide there was some purpose to this game.
Shotgun formation, 2 receivers out to the left. Holtzman's going to roll that way, flip it out, and a diving attempt for the football. It's dropped incomplete. Nolan Nagel tried that, but could not come up with it.
Receiver thought he had it for a while, but because once he lost it, he went after it like it was a fumble. Ryan Cass from his down lineman position was sprinting out there. Love to see that. Love to see those big linemen getting out there.
And with that incomplete pass, the clock continues to run with the score differential being 41 points here in the second half. Fox will split out wide right. Second down and 10 from the Geneseo 25.
Actually, Cass is in that middle linebacker spot. My error.
Long count here for Ottawa. Low snap. They pick it up. Hand it off. Might have been a hold on the outside. Ball is fumbled.
Oh my.
And it is recovered by Geneseo. It's Max Gentry, right? Number 60?
That's who looks like who came up with the ball. Gentry came up with the ball. What I really feel bad about is I didn't see who hit him behind the line of scrimmage and forced the ball loose. Great play running the line of scrimmage. Running back tried to turn the corner and was stripped. Max Gentry comes up the ball. So it's bend but don't break again for the Leafs. Second unit did just as well as the first. Give it back to the offense, see if they can move it down the field.
Third fumble tonight, lost by Ottawa. And Geneseo's going to come out with a new quarterback, Jaron Brucker, number 5. And they go back to the fullback. We'll get that name for you. Who carried it?
That's going to be Cade Coons who carried that football. We're going to get a lot of new names in there. Cody Brower in offensive. We've been playing all day defensively, but getting him some offensive minutes. I think we got Cole Howard on the opposite side.
Got Jacob Grenwald on that offensive line as we get a little bit of rain coming here now. Some light. No, it's coming down pretty good right now.
Got Zach Olson here split out wide on this side.
On second down and 10. Stood up at the line, fighting for at least 1 yard on the play. Is number 45, Peyton Clausen.
And Jeff Stoll definitely is in now. Whether he was before or not, he is now. Got number 45 out there, Peyton Clausen. You just said that. I'll repeat everything you say, Lauren. You're my idol.
Down to 1:30 in the third quarter, and a continuous clock. It's probably good news for the fans out there. Umbrellas are coming out. Some did come prepared. Keeps trying to keep his camera dry here out the window. Toss it back, 3rd and 8. Zach Olson trying to get to the corner. He's going to be wrapped up at the 25-yard line. Geneseo will have to punt for the first time in this game.
Got to the corner, just couldn't get around it. And Ottawa, of course, with their first defensive unit, put the stops to the offensive unit of the Leafs. 4th and 5. They're going to kick it.
Nolan Nagel's going to go back for Ottawa. He'll line up around the 40-yard line, and punting the ball is Jack Hinton. This will be his second kick of the year, and this one out of bounds around the Geneseo bench and short of the 50-yard line. Officials going to have to walk down and be told where to stop. And he keeps walking inside the 45. He'll stop right at the 40-yard line.
Yeah, Jack hooked that one off the inside of his foot and didn't pick up great yardage. Leafs killed some clock, killed a significant amount of clock since we're running down on the fourth quarter here.
And that's an end. But
they didn't gain much field position on that fumble.
Did not, no. But that does end the quarter. And so we've played 3 here. Geneseo scoring in this third quarter and making the score Geneseo 41, Ottawa 0.
This TV 50 telecast is sponsored in part by Hazelwood Homes, Dairy Queen, Eric Henderson and Greg Anderson of Country Financial, Turpins of Geneseo, Geneseo Telephone Company, Central Bank, B&B Lawn Equipment and Cyclery, Vandemore Funeral Home, Northside Rexall Drug, Hammond Henry Hospital, ProTech Auto Body, Village Home Stores, Liberty Village, Farmers National Bank. Please patronize our sponsors and let them know you appreciate their support of this TV 50 telecast.
1 quarter left to go here at Ottawa High School. Geneseo with the lead over the Pirates 41-0. A continuous clock to go through this 4th quarter. Ottawa football 1st and 10 at the Geneseo 40-yard line. Despite the rain coming down, Bob, the band continues to play.
The band refuses to yield. Keith Kennett refuses to yield. He's getting that camera all wiped off clean at the quarter here, but he's not going to give in.
Holtzman, quarterback for Ottawa. Long pass down the sideline over the head of his intended receiver with Raymond Vandenberg on the coverage for Geneseo number 32.
By about a foot. Honestly, that receiver slowed down just a tad, and gratefully so, because he would have been off to the races. He had about 1 step on Raymond, and the ball was just barely overthrown. It would have had to been a perfectly thrown ball.
Matt Snyder, the intended receiver. He's caught 1 pass tonight. 2nd down and 10 from the Geneseo 40-yard line. Geneseo trying to preserve a shutout here. It'll be their first one of the season. Holtzman drops the snap. It was low. Turns it upfield, and runs over Geneseo player at the 35 and continues on to about the 32-yard line.
He was handled in the backfield at that bad snap by about 3 Leafs, or maybe 4, and just wiggled out of him. And I have to take back what I said earlier about him not being the toughest runner, because he just blasted a Geneseo defender. 3rd and a yard. It's a long yard, though. 1.5 yards.
Ball at the Geneseo 32. Down to 10 minutes and 35 seconds to play in the game. A 41-point lead for Geneseo. Ottawa's been shut out so far in this game. Jet sweep to the left. Turning the corner. 1st down is Snyder inside the 25, and 3 defenders bring him down at the 22-yard line. Josh Decker over there, number 80. Colin Murphy, 33, from his linebacker position.
Heath Henderson took the blocker out there, but once he got by that position, he had some yardage, he had some open field. And again, the Leafs' second unit here is challenged.
All the starters in for Ottawa. 5 down linemen for Geneseo. Holtzman rolls left. Pressure coming from the backside. He's on a roll. Get out of the pocket. He throws it to the end zone, and it is caught by Fox. I thought he went past the line of scrimmage.
He was very close to exceeding the line of scrimmage, but they're not going to call that one. So it's going to be some points for Ottawa. Does not affect the running clock here in the 4th quarter, but Ottawa has their 3rd score of the season.
And it's a touchdown, but they did stop the clock here. I thought you just stopped it on timeouts. It is a touchdown for Ottawa. They're on the scoreboard. We'll have to look that back on Sunday and Thursday nights. A bad snap here on the extra point, and Geneseo falls on the ball back at the 20-yard line. That's Heath Henderson getting to that football and keeping the score at 41-6. Geneseo with a 35-point lead. Clock is stopped just for the moment here. I know they stop it on a change of possession, but I didn't know when that would officially start.
Apparently we stop it on scores.
But we'll have to look back and see. The line of scrimmage was a 22, and I thought Sam Holtzman threw that ball around the 21-yard line.
We have line judges standing out there supposed to be in the right position. They obviously either didn't see it or felt that he was within the guidelines. He was not looking. I know the quarterback was not looking at where he was at. He was looking at receivers. It was very close.
Of course, this pillar in front of me didn't help that either, but...
Well, we've got just a quick second here. We had a conversation with Jesse Dobbles, our own Jesse Dobbles, and a lot of people have known about his health issues and stuff, and want to give you the good news. He's had a couple of doctor's appointments this past couple weeks, and he's got some really good news out there that his troubles are hopefully behind him, and we're looking for really a bright outlook on that. And he asked us to say a shout out there to all the people in the high rise and all of his good friends out there who've been supporting him. So everybody who wears a Do It for Dobbs t-shirt, celebrate. Things are good.
It's good news. Great news. We're going to restart the ball game here on this kickoff from Ottawa. Jack Miller going to send it down. Fair catch by River Griffin. And he finally comes up with it at the 23-yard line. So clock was back moving. Ottawa got on the scoreboard. That's their third touchdown of the year. They had been shut out in a couple games, so that's probably something good for them tonight to get on the board. And Geneseo is going to trot out guys who probably haven't seen any action just yet. But Jaron Brucker is going to come in at quarterback. He's a sophomore. And Heath Henderson is split out here. Henderson out here to the left side. Start from the 23-yard line, first down. Short run there, stretching out the football's Tyler Thompson, I believe.
Once again, the Ottawa Pirates still have their starting units in there, and they're just trying to get better so they can try to figure out how to win a couple football games this year. And the Leafs got their second unit out there again, giving those kids the experience because they're going to need them next year. They practice every day and work really hard at it. They deserve to get some playing time here.
Cade Coons, the last running back with the football there.
And that was a one-man tackle. That came very, very close. That might have been McAvoy. Is that
Alex McAvoy?
Alex
yep.
McAvoy, number 31. Had a lot of carries in the sophomore game and has had a good season at the sophomore level. Gets his carry at the varsity level.
8 minutes to play in the game. 41-6 is the score. Geneseo on top of Ottawa. Third down, we'll call it 5 yards for Geneseo at the 29-yard line. Sweep play to the left.
Cut up. Oh, ran into one man. He was so close.
Trying to get that first down, but stopped short.
It looked like there might be a seam that he could cut through, pick up that first down, but he's going to be stopped short.
Colton Pischke, and that's probably his shortest run tonight because Colton had 4 touchdowns in the sophomore game. I think they were all about 80 yards.
Kind of making up for what am I looking at? What down is it?
It should be 4th, but they got 1.
Yeah.
There we go.
Okay. I'm looking at first down and 1 yard to go. How did that happen? But it's 4th and 1. Leafs going for it. Think they can get it.
Could be a double go here. They'll hand it off, try to get the first down, and
he is not going to get it. It's going to be a stop on 4th down.
Ottawa's going to take over at the 30-yard line. Geneseo well out in front of this one. They've led throughout 41-6, scored very quickly tonight. First play of the game offensively for Geneseo was a touchdown by Cade Humphreys, and Geneseo had 20 points on the board, and we only had 6 minutes of football played, and they ended up putting another 3 touchdowns on the board here, leading 41-6.
Once again, that was Colton Pischke, and some of these, you mentioned that they did not have they're going to be a shorter game this season, have only 8 games, but they're making up for it, getting a lot of varsity time, some of these guys. Quite a few sophomores getting some time in these last, not so much last week, but 3 of the 4 weeks.
Looks like Ottawa's starting to sprinkle in some of their reserve players here, but their starting quarterback, Holtzman, stays in the game. Run out to the left side to the 25, down to about the 22-yard line. Ray Vandenberg makes the tackle on Nolan Nagel.
Makes for short yardage when you pick up that much on first down. It's only going to be second and about 2.
Rain is falling here at Ottawa.
But the clock is running, and there's only 5.5 minutes left to go here in the fourth quarter. Keith cleaning up his camera one more time.
We could be standing outside. It could be much worse.
There are places where we go where we have it a lot worse than the science lab of the Ottawa High School.
Happy to be here with the Snakes and the Lizards. 2nd down and 2. Ottawa with their ground game has a first down inside the 20 to about the 17-yard line. And making that stop for Geneseo is number 63, Joe Stahl. Max Gentry also being credited with the tackle.
Cole Howard in there in the middle of that defensive line. Trying to figure out some of the numbers. They just can't read them.
Slayton Swords, number 12, is the new quarterback for Ottawa. 1st and 10, inside the 20-yard line. Up the middle run to the 5, and backing up, getting close to the goal line is Matt Snyder.
He's not going to give it to him. He's going to mark it down inside the 1-yard line. It's going to be 1st and goal inside the 1-yard line for Ottawa. 4 minutes left here in the game. Ottawa threatened to get their 2nd score of the game and their 4th score of the season.
They'll line it up inside the 1-yard line. Back it goes. Schneider hits a wall. Does he have enough to get in? They signal touchdown. So Ottawa on the scoreboard again here in the 4th quarter. They'll stop the clock. 3:43 to play in the game. Geneseo 41, Ottawa at 12.
Well, that just shows you what we know, Lauren. Apparently you stop the clock on a score. Don't remember that.
We'll wait the extra point. And the extra point on its way from number 10, Evan Shabley. And it's good. So it's 41-13. So Geneseo's given up a couple of touchdowns, but the first team defense has not yielded any points tonight.
So this game looks a little closer now at 41-13, but once again, the outcome is not in jeopardy. With a running clock and 3:43 left, the Leafs have the football, and it really wouldn't be hard to run this clock out. A first down or two, and they could run this one out. Send everybody home before we get really wet.
Still coming down, has not stopped raining, and people are still sticking around here. They're going to watch the finish here on both sides.
There's been a few fans leave. The ones with umbrellas stayed, but the crowd is a little bit slighter than it was at the beginning.
Jack Miller to kick off for Ottawa. Going to the far sideline, fair catch called, and sliding and making the catch at the 25-yard line.
Is that Thompson?
Olsen.
Is that Olsen?
Yep. Zach Olsen comes up with that. Clock is started, and we're down to 3.5 minutes to play in the game.
You don't get fair catch on kickoff very often, but that's a wise decision, because if he lets that bounce, obviously it's going to go back, and you got to field it anyway on the kickoff. But it was a tough catch.
Geneseo on offense. Second back through, out to the 30-yard line, a 5-yard run. by Colin Murphy, number 33, who's played a lot tonight on defense. He's a defensive starter, so he gets to have a little fun, carry the football.
Got number 76 out there, Billy Blazer. Would that be right?
I'll go with that. Down to 2:40 to play in the game. Geneseo 2nd down and 5 from their own 30-yard line. They'll take this clock down as far as they can before they snap it. And no gain on that play.
Yep, the Ottawa line has stiffened up. They filled the holes that were just vastly vacant earlier in the game. 3rd and 5. It'd be nice to pick up this first down.
We'll go Shane Swanson, a sophomore, on that carry. Exactly 2 minutes to go. Clock running. 41-13 is the score. Geneseo leading Ottawa. Pirates putting on a couple touchdowns here in the 4th quarter. Counter play.
Oh, he's so close.
Well, stopped about 1 yard short.
Is that Olsen again?
I think it was 28. That's Swanson. Shane Swanson?
Swanson.
So it'll be 4th down. Geneseo went for it last time. Well, probably.
He was a shoelace away from picking up the first down, so going to go for it on 4th and 1.
Jaron Brucker coming in from the sidelines with the play. The Geneseo quarterback. They're quickly up to the line. On 4th down and 1 from the 34-yard line. Tight defensively for Ottawa. It's a first down run out to the 44 and driven back. But Geneseo has a first down, and they probably just need to take a knee here on the next play and end this game.
52 seconds, 51. It's clicking away, and Leafs have a first down, and Ottawa's substituting a few guys, and it's going to be pretty much the end. They're fighting to the end. Give them credit. They're battling, but they're not calling timeout.
Jaron Brucker will line them up and get ready to take a knee in victory formation on the last snap of the game. 30 seconds on the clock and running down. And Geneseo does not have to snap it again. So teams are lining up here to shake hands. Geneseo is going to go 1-0 in the Northern Illinois Big 12 Conference. Ottawa drops their first conference game. They are now 1-3 on the season. Geneseo at 4-0, and they go back home next week. They'll be hosting Sterling in a game against 2 ranked football teams. That'll be a good one next week, but good performance tonight by Geneseo. Put this one away early.
It was a great performance. It was 41-0 when the Leafs started substituting a little bit and working on the depth chart. But they got some good work in there. The second unit's got some good work that's going to come invaluable down the line. Great job by the offensive line and defensive line, dominating the line of scrimmage by the first teams.
Geneseo with 163 yards rushing tonight, 107 yards passing, so 270 yards total offense. Ottawa's going to come pretty close with that. They got 230 yards total offense with 138 yards on the ground and 93 yards through the air. The leading rusher tonight for Geneseo was Drew Rapps, 55 yards and 3 touchdowns. Cade Humphreys had 44 yards and a score, and Kyle Toon was 5 of 6 passing, 107 yards. A lot of those passes going to Braden Reese. The big play tonight was the 99-yard interception return by Logan Weber, and Geneseo wins this one 41-13. Bob, we'll catch up with you next week. Thanks again for helping out. We also like to thank Kim Kennett at the WGRG FM studio. Our statistician tonight, John Buzzard. Technical coordinator, Keith Kennett. And for all of us here at TV50, I'm Lauren Lemke. Again, the final score, 41-13. Geneseo beats Ottawa. We'll see you next week.